Hi, this is Tom Gramegna. We're here at the opening of the Monalog Collective, which is a manifestation of a regular series that we do at Gallery 270, the 21st Century Handmade Print. All of these 9 artists have each of 3 pictures on display showing vintage techniques from the 19th and the 20th century. We've got carbon pigment, which is from 1864. We've got platinum and palladium, and we've got handmade silver gelatin prints, and beautiful work by all 9 of these artists, which strikes at the heart of what Gallery 270 is about. Rob, welcome to Gallery 270. Thanks for making the trip out here from beautiful Central Jersey. Really appreciate you being here. Rob's part of the Monalog Collective. He's a view camera photographer. He's going to tell us a little bit about the photographs that he's presented here for us. So why don't you start with the one that's closest to home, Rob?
Okay, closest to home because it's near me, and that was across the street from my house.
Wow.
In Highbridge. I owned a big 5-bedroom Victorian in Highbridge.
Wow.
And that is a 1917 dam built by the Taylor Wharton factory to power their factory.
Wow.
And
it's beautiful.
I just went out there all the time and photographed, and this is one of them.
And that's a fairly long exposure. Was that a couple seconds? Or?
Yeah, it's if I remember correctly, it's like 5 seconds long.
5 seconds? Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
and,
it's beautiful.
Stopped down a lot for a good depth of field, and I just wanted that flow in the water.
And there's almost apparitions in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's almost you can almost make out some basic shapes in there that really are very ethereal.
If you went to Highbridge and spoke to locals, they'd also tell you there are fairies, there are...
Oh, is that right?
Ghosts, there are...
Oh, is that right?
Numerous things there.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
There's one local woman who takes people out and teaches them to photograph to catch fairies.
No kidding, really?
So whether you believe it or not, that's what...
That's a beautiful image.
Thank you.
It's really a beautiful image. And of course, you hand print these all yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all silver gelatin prints.
And again, this is proof positive that all you have to do is open your eyes up.
Mm-hmm.
Something right across the street from your house can yield something as beautiful as that. You don't have to pack your bags and go on an expedition to Greenland to find something interesting.
Slightly.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate to be right near that, but
absolutely,
nonetheless,
but it's still there.
Anywhere.
It's still there. How many people walk past that, didn't think twice about it, or whatever?
You used to not be able to even see it because it was overgrown and in the woods, and nobody knew it was there.
Wow.
They've since renovated the dam, so it's open, and as you drive by, you can see that it is actually there.
Great.
But for the longest time, nobody knew about it.
Fantastic. That's lovely. And this is
Greystone Psychiatric Hospital in Morris Plains, New Jersey.
Now, what are you doing in the psychiatric hospital, Rob?
Well, I ended up there.
You ended up there? Come on.
Towards the end, no. It actually was condemned and is gone completely. It's been demolished.
So this is a record of something that no longer exists.
Yep.
How about that?
Had to suit up in full Tyvek gear, respirator.
No kidding.
Tape, everything, because it was
harmful chemicals and
nasty,
things in.
Yeah.
Really, no kidding.
Asbestos, lead paint dust, guano from various critters.
Wow.
You name it, it was in there.
So if you were not, challenged mentally before you went in there, certainly
you would
the toxicity would have that effect on you anyway, right?
Absolutely.
It didn't help you any, right?
No.
Oh my God. It's a beautiful image too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
this was
beautiful.
the grand staircase.
Wow.
That went in from the front entrance. It was back from the front entrance, but it was the main entree into the building. So the patients would have been in the wings on either side.
And this reminds me a little bit of, you know, George Tice doesn't own the patent on it, but seeing beyond the moment. Now this is something beautiful from something kind of a little bit sad, but it has transformed it into a beautiful work of art. You know, just the way the light hits, the way the light and shadow play there. It's really a beautiful image.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this of course needs this next one here needs little introduction. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this one? This is obviously from a while ago.
Yeah, this is probably about 1985. I was out photographing a grain trestle that was used to, it was an inclined railroad structure that would bring grain high enough so it could be dumped into barges in the harbor here.
Wow.
And while I was there, I just saw this and it cried out to me, and I just had to make that photograph.
Yeah.
It was just kind of propitious, you know, 'cause
Yeah,
two
of
dead
course.
trees and the World Trade Towers behind.
Exactly. Yeah, and this of course is now condos and all sorts of things. And again, seeing beyond the moment, you know, and George's, we'll give George credit where it's due, but that's what a lot of photography is, and it's only that way once. That's the thing I try to impress people.
Right.
You could go back to the same place the next day, it's different than it was before. The only device we know that can freeze time is a photograph.
Is a photograph.
Right.
And that's why if you see it, you should take it, because if you go back the next day, it might not inspire you. It might
Or
just
the
be
light's going to change. There'll be it's impossible for all those elements to be the same twice.
Right.
And like I said, photography is the only thing we know that freezes time.
Absolutely.
All right, it's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Always
Thanks
good
for
seeing
being
you.
a client for so long too. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.